Good afternoon. It was a warm, bright and sunny day. It is 22nd of May, a Monday. I've got a nice cup of tea. And a parcel to unbox. So, let's get to it. So I can find the front of this. And the aim is not to cut through the paperwork. So let's just get my fingers in there, shift the paperwork, and then cut through the plastic. There we go. And then opening up what I have got is two things. First off, Tiny Epic Vikings, a runic game of island raiding from Gamelyn Games, and then Tiny Epic Vikings Ragnarok. And I'll do an unboxing of Ragnarok next time. So, this is the latest entry in the Tiny Epic series of board games which promise small boxes but big play. And pretty much most of the series does live up to that kind of style. It packs a lot of quite relatively small components into a small box and develops, with really good rules around a particular theme and so on. So, we have in Tiny Epic Vikings, lead a clan of Vikings over 3 areas in hopes of claiming the Icelands as your own. Play Viking cards that represent your clan's leaders. Choosing the best builders, harvesters, explorers and warriors. Raid and conquer the islands with settlers. Build boats and temples to gain influence and battle for the favour of the gods. So what defines a Tiny Epic game? Small to know. Easy entry, high strategy, low downtime, short play time, high replayability, small box. And let me see. This is for wonderful players, so it's solo. Playing time 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Ages 14 plus, and inside you've got a double-sided map board, a Tiny Epic first, 4 clan mats, 6 god mats, 1 era score mat, 48 Viking cards, 18 favour cards, 48 Viking tokens, 9 wooden runes, 13 wooden villages, 21 wooden trackers, and a rulebook. So that's what you get on the back. So, get the knife again. Let's open her up. This is the deluxe edition, straight off the Kickstarter. Had it arrive via UPS this morning. I don't get as many packages via UPS as I once did. So get this box open. And first off, nice box lid, bit of a different image inside in there. We have, and then we've got that. Okay, so we've got the rulebook. This is the Raiders rulebook, and we've got a complete list of all the contents. Then we get into the contents of the game, such as the box, and then a table of contents of what's in the rules, with a prologue, game setup. So it looks a little bit complex, and that's the thing about these games. It's sort of like they do look complex because they're kind of promising big gameplay, but in general, they don't actually mean complexity when it comes to play. Gameplay overview, how to draft cards. This is, drafting your leaders, and then doing things, battles, sailing a boat around the islands and fjords, performing action leaders, gaining control of islands, influence, steal or island, and so a steal or island rune, perform a rune action, dedicate a village, clean up, and then final scoring. Then we've got rules for a 2-player game and also for solo play. all the game changes for that. So actually the game itself really covers 15 pages of a small rule book, and then you've got extra rules for solo play. And there's actually quite a lot of rules for those. So there's quite a bit of adjustment to do solo play in this, I think. So below that, what have we got? All this. I have dropped something. Unfortunately, didn't go very far, so I could find it. So that's the additional thing out the way. So I'm presuming those are the those cards. Okay. These are all the counters. So you've got room tokens, and those are the little. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. It's just sort of like just one of the ships that's really nicely little done. It's got a little plenty of printed detail on it. So if I can, let me give you a better look. So I'll just get my thumbs. There we go. Open the plastic. There we go. So there we go. We have a tiny little longship, and that's the level of detail we have on here. All these counters, the wooden counters, they're printed on, so you can read what they are. They're not just shapeless. And on the back of the rules, you do actually have a quick reference guide to what they all are, and that includes all those cards and as well. And then next below that, you've got the standard cards. You have Epic Shamans. You've got a mini expansion as well in here. And then you've got different cards, mats. So just open those up. These aren't in a Ziploc bag, which I think that's a bit disappointing, but there we go. So you've got the mats for the different roles and so on. So those are going to be like the player chief mats for your characters, and you've got and these are double-sided. So on one side you've actually got like a tracking, a scoring thing, and then on the other side of that you have a description of your clan. So there's the Volsung clan, that's the blue clan, and blue clan. Yep. And the same again. And the Scalding clan. No, I think the colour is different. So that's just a symbol there. It's just the ships are all blue in these on these cards. Cards for the gods. So Olden the All Father, Frigg, the goddess of prophecy, Thor, god of thunder, Freya, goddess of the hunt. Sorry, I'm not showing these off very well, am I? Sif, goddess of the harvest, and then Njord, god of the seas. So you've got all the cards for the gods. Slide that in there, and then we have at the bottom, that's blank, that's fine. Then we've got the map, the board. And the board itself is actually quite tiny. I was expecting something a little bit bigger, but you've got double-sided as promised. You've got the different islands and fjords. So double-sided. And that fits neatly back in. Let's have a look at the expansion. So even the core game has got an expansion in addition to the actual full expansion, and essentially it's got this expansion because it's the deluxe version. I guess, but this will be coming to your nearest dealer at some point soon. So we've got different counters, don't know what they're for, and we add different gods. So we have Loki, god of mischief, and Hel, the goddess of death. So it's sort of like getting slightly marvelish, you know, Thor here. And we have a simple little expansion there, the rules, and then these are going to be all your shaman. So yeah, that is yet more content for your Tiny Epic Vikings game. I think you will be, well, you know, if you've got this, you'll have another cracking little game from Scott Ames. He's a designer. I keep getting his games, certainly his Tiny Epic games, because they always promise such a lot in terms of gameplay. See if I can get that flat in the box. There we go. And have I got that set up right? Yeah, that's fine. And then, so yeah, you see that's not shutting quite properly, because even so, because there's slightly too much in the box, you get a lot of game and gameplay in the Tiny Epic series. So yes, a runic game of Iron Raiding, Tiny Epic Vikings. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box containing a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing the Nook. Be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.